Crystals and welcome back. Or if you're new here, welcome to my channel, Rose Between Pages. Rosie here. Welcome to my March wrap up. So, I think I did pretty well in March. I read 3 books in March, and I read 1,038 pages in March. 1 5-star. Most for genre, that's not applicable because I read 1 literary fiction, 1 romance, and 1 horror, so that doesn't really count. And out of the total of challenges, there's 3 challenges, I only did found on Bookstagram. All of the books that I read were not published in March, and none of them began with an M, so better luck next time, Mabel. We're also going to be going through my book battle thing as well, just to see. So, let's start off with the first book that I read. The first book that I read was Call Me By Your Name by Andre Aciman, and I started roundabout here, which is page 56, so I had like that much to go. That's what I started March with. So as you know, I'm not really big on romances. If you've been on my channel for a while, I'm not really big on romances. And this was a 3-star. It was generally cute how Elio fought / obsessed over Oliver. It was really cute. I kept wondering what was going to happen between our characters, because once they kissed, they weren't really distant with each other, and I was like, what the fuck's going to happen? And then the ending was satisfying as they stayed in touch and they stayed friends. I really liked the fact that they stayed friends. But I will be unhauling this book because I don't see myself reading this again. Sorry for those people who like it. I did like it, it's just I don't see myself reading it again. The second book, I don't physically own this. I read this on my Kindle, and that's The Great Gatsby. This took me like 4 days to read. The writing in this was very beautiful. Like the descriptions of the characters, the descriptions of like their surroundings was just so beautiful and so stunning. I liked the way that this was written, even though it's supposed to be a classic, isn't it? Let me know in the comments below if Great Gatsby is a classic, because I'm pretty sure this is a classic. But it's also literary fiction. Like Gatsby, while I was reading about Gatsby, like I kept thinking he's a very mysterious man. However, his love and obsession for Daisy was quite adorable in this. Because of the writing, I was kind of getting Wuthering Heights vibes, which I loved the writing style of Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte. I listened to that. I feel like I should have been listening to the audiobook along with reading it, like The Great Gatsby. I feel like I should have been doing that. Before 75%, like, this book went from 0 to 100 in a matter of pages. Because the characters, that was, like, so tense. It was so tense. It honestly was. Like, I mean, think about it. Jealous husband, tearful wife, and someone literally gets fucking killed. The fuck? And then there was a very sad ending as well. That was a 3.5 star. And then my favourite of the month is Boys in the Valley by Philip Fracassi. This was my 5-star read. Trigger warnings for death and possession, homicide, child death, slight animal death as well. At 25%, I loved this book and how fast-paced it was. This is packed full of action as it's literally one thing after another. It's a little gory and sad, which I absolutely adore in horrors. I'm a bit of a sadist when it comes to that. I love it when horrors are gory, and I love it when horrors are upsetting. some parts, like the gore, made me feel sick, which I fucking love it when gore makes me feel sick. And I have to thank Willow for this. Like, if I didn't watch Willow's review the day before I went book shopping, I wouldn't have got this book. So, Willow, if you're watching this, thank you so much for doing your review. It was like the stars aligning for me to pick this up. At 50%, this book was honestly incredible. Yeah, it's gory. It's also traumatizing. Characters are honestly so lovable and the plot is so fast-paced. I was finding it really hard to put this down. Like, I zoomed through this. Like, I read this in 9 days. Honestly, this book was so good. I honestly really enjoyed this. I loved the gore, loved the plot, loved the writing, loved the characters. I loved everything about this book. Like, everything about it was just so fucking gripping. And I would highly recommend if you like slashers and possession horrors. Because it was like Exorcist mixed with, say, Halloween. It was so good. So, now we're going to go to the book battling thing. And we're going to put in Boys in the Valley. And that will race the April one. Right, Boys in the Valley here. And we'll see what April brings us for that. I did get just one book because Josh wanted to get me a book on my Kindle. It's a Conjuring book and it's called The Devil in Connecticut. It was one of the most sensational murder trials of the 1980s when Anne Cheyenne Johnson stabbed an acquaintance to death with a 5-inch folding knife. Johnson presented one of the most shocking legal defences in history, not guilty by virtue of demonic possession, as the press put it. The devil made me do it. Johnson's shocking story began months earlier when his girlfriend's 11-year-old brother David encountered a spectral figure looming at the foot of the bed and then started showing telltale signs of demonic possession. David suddenly spoke in Latin, levitated, and suffered beatings at the hands of an invisible demon. After a team of Catholic priests failed to drive the demon out, the case was taken up by Ed and Lorraine Warren. The Warrens had fought demons across the globe, but the Connecticut devil would be one of their greatest challenges, and perhaps their most deadly. So this is actually based on a true case of theirs. So let me just show you the cover. It's actually based on it's actually the new Conjuring film. I didn't realise that it's actually based, the new Conjuring film is based on this, and it's called Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It. So, oh my god, I just realised that I didn't tell you what I'm currently reading, what my reading plans are. Okay, I'm currently reading Fairy Tale by Stephen King, and I'm 265 pages through. This is okay. I'm not going to say too much about it because I'm doing vlogs on this, and I'm going to do my review in my April wrap-up. So I've got about that much left. Not long left, I guess. And what I'm going to be reading next, I have no idea, because Josh is choosing my next read. I've decided that I want him to choose my next read. That is all I have for you guys today. If you liked it, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Comment below if you've read any of these books and what was your favourite book of the month. And I shall see you in the next video. Stay delicious, guys. Bye.